Hello and welcome back. It is quarterfinals time in the Gauntlet of Greatness. You see the Faeries deck laid out before you here. Faeries finished second in the Memory Jar group, through to the top eight. Going to be playing against the Mythic deck. Faeries, I mean, this is sort of all the good cards you can remember if you were around when Faeries was in Standard. Ancestral Visions lets you draw extra cards. Thoughtseize messes with their hand. Spellstutter Sprite can counter things. Scion of Una can pump them up, especially the tokens you get from Bitter Blossom. Mistbind Click is both large and also fairly disruptive. Bitter Blossom is even a fairy enchantment if push comes to shove and you need something to champion. Cryptic Command is awesome. Terror for creature removal. Rune Snag is the other 2-drop counter. Just, good solid blue-black control list. And gets to play at instant speed, has Bitter Blossom and Ancestral Visions, 2 cards that are very, very good, both of which have been banned at various points in Modern. So, good deck. Playing against, a deck which doesn't get on many lists for best decks in the history of Standard, but I think this deck is actually very, very good. It won its group. It's got Jace the Mind Sculptor. So Jace is hanging out in here almost sort of for value. Because the key combo in the deck is Sovereigns of Lost Alara, which allows you to accelerate it. You can accelerate into this guy at 6 and then attack with like whatever leftover bird or noble hierarch that you might have lying around. Go get Eldrazi Conscription. So +10/+10, trample, and if you need a second attack, you also start annihilating them as well. So just it's a ramp deck with just tons and tons of raw power. Elspeth's hanging out, Jace, a little bit of permission in the form of these mana leaks. Knight of the Reliquary can also win games all by itself. So just a very, very good deck that there was no big Pro Tour when the summer where all these cards came together. There was no Worlds. The list I have is from a U.S. Nationals, and so I think maybe that's why people don't look back on this as one of the best decks ever. But it might just be one of the best decks ever. Anyway, that's why we're playing this bracket, right? Let's see what happens. I'm going to keep playing the 1 seeds, so I will challenge with Mythic Conscription, and we'll see what happens. Bird, Elf into Jace. That's got to be good, right? Oh, do I not? Yeah, I have the second blue mana. I won't have second blue mana if he kills my creatures, but whatever. We're going to keep it. Yeah, there are no multis to get with the fetches. They just get what they say they get. Mostly they're in here for the acceleration. Sad. I really wish I knew where my second blue mana was coming from, but I may as well explore for a card, right? Oh, I guess I want white mana first? Sure. And then we're set up for Elspeth next turn. Or blue mana off the top for Jace. Or he can kill my Noble Hierarch and I'll just be sad. Bitter Blossom. Tough but fair. I really want another forest, not gonna lie. So what? We get Elspeth and just make a soldier? It's supposed to be thinning the forests out of my deck? No, I feel like the fetch land has value for making blue mana. I guess I can go ahead and play it. Yeah, I mean, these fairies are going to be pretty good at stopping Elspeth, I feel like. I need to draw some stuff. Alright. Blue mana next turn. Attack with Exalted. And just keep making more guys. I mean, he's going to win that race eventually, but maybe I'll distract him long enough, and then I've got another Elspeth. Oh, now he's going to win the race relatively quickly. Yeah, I got nothing in interacts. Scion of Una, not bad. Yeah, it goes at Elspeth. Still don't have anything in interacts. Fortunately, he's got enough to kill Jason in one shot now. Jace just an expensive unsummon? That's kind of depressing. Do have a fetch land to reshuffle. It's probably an expensive brainstorm and a distraction. Yeah, and I can pay for Rune Snag, but he'll make me crack my fetch land, which would be depressing. Cryptic Command. I don't have the third mana for this mana leak. It's all very sad. Oh, and bounce Elspeth? Seriously, was I supposed to make a token first? I guess I was. I was kind of thinking I would see what happened. Wow, that's just really good. Yeah, my lack of blue mana has been punishing. Now what? Just play more lands, I guess. He's hitting pretty hard now, right? If he wants to Pendelhaven his Scion, then he's hitting me for 6. Well, at least I can mana leak it, right? Yep, no Mistbind click. I gotta do stuff. So, what am I doing now? Cracking the fetch land so that I can play Hierarchy and an Elspeth. I mean, that's the plan. It's kind of interesting. It's like, do I... Oh, there was going to give him that information before I attack. I think I'm better off just attacking with Exalted and making a guy rather than sending over a flyer. If I send over a flyer, he's clearly going to block, right? But I mean, I already have a couple of guys. Maybe I do send him over flying. Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, his life total is not gigantic, so he pretty much has to block. Now I've pinned him down to not a ton of turns. I don't know. It means he's not attacking me back, which I think has some value here. I don't know. Bitter Blossom, still good. Maybe it's only borderline for Modern, although there's some good Modern decks around it since it's come back into the fold. Standard, though, definitely quite powerful. Yeah, by making him block, I get a couple more draws. I don't know what I'm drawing for, though. Can't block anything, I know that much. And I kind of have to hit him twice. That's the hard part. Oh, seriously? Sigh. I was just thinking, well, at least Colonnade can start playing defense. Or not so much. What did he champion? A token? My deck is mocking me. Interesting. What? I mean... Still kind of a must-block scenario for him. I mean, he can block. I'm just dead, right? 5, 7, yeah. He's got 8 for the crackback. Oh, now he's got 9. Yep. Bitter Blossom, very good. My draw was okay. I mean, being pinched on blue mana definitely hurt. Facing against a Bitter Blossom also definitely hurt. What do we sideboard? Spell Pierce good against him? I mean, lots of his stuff is creatures. I mean, it's good at countering a Bitter Blossom. Oh, this is great, right? Yeah, exile red or black permanent. This kills Bitter Blossom. It doesn't kill anything else because everything else is blue. They're not activated abilities. He's not really making me discard. He doesn't care about his graveyard. Black or red permanent versus destroy an artifact or enchantment. It's basically just the Bitter Blossoms either way, right? I guess I have more green mana than white mana, so Naturalize is better. Yeah, it seems like I bring in a couple of those. On the play. I mean, Explore would be nice. Yeah, I don't know what I take out. I mean, I definitely want the combo. That feels pretty powerful against him. The fact that he can terror my stuff is annoying. Maybe that makes these Explorers a little bit less exciting. So I don't want to like ramp into something that he's just going to destroy. Second copy of Elspeth was not very exciting there. Yeah, I don't think this is a control fight, really. I think I just need to ramp into something good. Yeah, alright. I have a couple Interested Bitter Blossom in my deck now. I don't want to bring in... I mean, if they have 4 cards that I'm targeting, I don't like to have more than 2 answers in my deck, because I don't want to be... If I'm stuck with multiple answers and they didn't even draw their good card, then it's really bad. So I like having 2 answers to 4 broken cards. I can't keep that. There's no green mana, and there's only 1 total land. And I have the Conscription, so it's already a mulligan. Easy mulligan. That's certainly a keeper. It's not fast. It's got turn 2 Mana Leak on the play, which is not nothing. It does have the double blue for turn 4 Jace if it draws any land. Let's see what happens. Oh, Ancestral Visions. That's a good one. Wow. Oh, so if I play Hierarch, I cannot Mana Leak a Bitter Blossom. But if I play Hierarch, I can play a turn 3 Jace into a deck with Rune Snags, though. I don't think that's right. I'm going to leave up Mana Leak. Maybe that was wrong. I just turn 2 Hierarch felt so bad there. I mean, I like being able to... Man, like, this Conclave pressures Jace. Because he spends a lot of mana, and it'll take him 2 hits to kill him. I can actually get out of range by peeking. Oh, now I can Jace with a fetch land up. It's got to be the play, right? Or do I try to... Well, I have 2 Jaces. So defending the first one with Mana Leak doesn't sound amazing. I think it's not the end of the world if this gets countered. Because I can potentially draw a land, and then the second... Oh, it doesn't even get countered. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'm just going to brainstorm. Huh. So I can play a bird. I guess he can go like Scion into kill Jace. So there's some value in having a Jace around, but there's also a lot of value in playing this bird. This actually lets me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can almost play Sovereigns. Land would let me play Sovereigns. It's basically what 2 cards am I shuffling away? Second Knight of the Reliquary seems like one of them. And then is it first Knight of the Reliquary or is it backup Jace? I think it's backup Jace. I may regret this. Oh, but Bird of Paradise can actually chump to defend Jace, so now this line seems good. Yeah, I mean, I can play Knight of the Reliquary with and Mana Leak the Ancestral. It all seems reasonable. There's the Bitter Blossom. I held it off for a while. I have Jace to try to help me find a Naturalize. I am content. I drew the second Knight of the Reliquary anyway. All right, what am I doing? I just keep brainstorming, right? Mana Leak doesn't actually counter Visions, does it? I mean, I can make him tap his lands, but that's not that exciting. Yeah, I do not have the land. Well, yeah, let's brainstorm. There's the Naturalize. Awesome. Naturalize with Mana Leak backup is great. And do I want to put this forest into play? I mean, what am I doing? I'm naturalizing with Mana Leak backup, so I'm not playing a Knight of the Reliquary this turn. I may as well just put them both on top. So I have max. Would I say go? Would I throw 2 Mana Leaks at an Ancestral? I mean, if my Naturalize resolves on the Bitter Blossom, then what am I doing? I could play Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, then I could play Knight of the Reliquary and Mana Leak up. Yeah, so keep the forest. All right, fine. Do it this way. And now... blow up your Bitter Blossom? This Jace card seems pretty good. Interesting. I can't leak the Visions, so maybe I just leak this? Do I even care, though? I mean, if he goes land Bitter Blossom... I don't know, I kind of like having something to attack with. Yeah, these Mana Leaks feel like they're running out of value, because he's going to Visions, he's going to have 5 land. Mana Leaks are running out of value. It's not the best use, but I'm not going to get a Bitter Blossoms with it here. And I've something to be said for defending my board state while I'm ahead. Another Ancestral. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Right, because I put Sovereigns of Lost Alara on my deck, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Bird of Paradise is going to get to attack wearing Eldrazi Conscription. The question is, do I want to Jace first? Yeah, of course I want to Jace first. And I can reshuffle. Second Sovereigns of Lost Alara doesn't actually do anything. Do I want to put a Celestial Colonnade in play? Do I want to hold on to this Mana Leak that doesn't actually do anything? Yeah, it's either put back the Colonnade or the Mana Leak. I think I'm going to put back the Mana Leak. Just because he's up to enough mana that I can't rely on it. Alright. The Big Bird Plan! Yes. I would like to use the Sovereign of Lost Alara's ability. I would like to hit you for Bird of Paradise, 12 damage. That's how Bird of Paradise works, right? Did I mention this Jace card seems really good? It's all Jace. It's all the extra brainstorms, right? I'm up 3 cards and I've reshuffled twice for selection on top of being up to 3 cards. Yep. There we go. All right. Well, the 2 naturalizes worked out. Doesn't mean it's definitely right. Spell Pierce can hit a Bitter Blossom on the play, but like I'm probably playing a thing on the 1-drop. I don't think it's Spell Pierce. I think it's just the naturalizes. And I really feel like 2's the right number. These Mana Leaks are going to be even better on the play. Well, sorry, they're going to be even worse on the draw. So maybe I take out Mana Leaks, because does that mean I want to explore? I've never loved the explorers in this deck. You know what? 4 mana 3/4 flying isn't nothing. That's kind of funny. 4 mana 3/4 flying is actually pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, I don't think Mana Leaks is the way this game plays. I mean, Elspeth is probably better than 4 mana 3/4 flying. Maybe we do that? I don't know. Feels like I still get opportunities. All right. All right, game 3, right? 1 game for spot in the semifinals. Oh, there's no green mana in that draw. There's no green mana in that draw. I can't keep a no green mana draw. Yeah, there's no way I can keep a no green mana draw. Not with Bird Lotus Cobra. All right. I mean, I guess that's a keeper. Wow. Yeah, Lotus Cobra seems like the right take there. Let's see if we get there. Oh, no Bitter Blossom. Awesome. Cool. Does it make any sense? I want to leave up Mana Leak, and I want to have green next turn. How do I feel about drawing a land here? Probably not great. Oh, interesting. That's probably worth mana leaking. Yeah, this is basically me choosing the card that he gets. It seems like a choice worth making. Ooh, and no third land. He's on no Bitter Blossom, no third land. Game on. Man, the Reliquary seems better than Lotus Cobra here. What about terrors? You want no terrors also? Too much to ask. There's nothing fancy I can do here. I either leave up Mana League or I play a Lotus Cobra. I think it's better to play a Lotus Cobra, especially given how screwed he is. Now, what, fetch land off the top gives me sovereigns? Ugh. Pepper Smoke. Luckily for us, though, he does not actually control a fairy. How about this card? This seems like a good card. Jace the Mind Sculptor. More cards. Wow, and a reshuffle. Second Sovereigns. And a Misty. Question is, I kind of want to draw Misty Rainforest next turn, right? So I'm probably not reshuffling because I do definitely want to land. So I can play Sovereigns. Yeah, that sounds right. Although, he's going to take Sovereigns, and he doesn't know I've got one on top of my deck. Or at least in the top three. One, two, three, four, five, six. What value is there in a bird or a hierarch? Just past the point of the game where those matter, right? Don't I just tap out for Sovereigns here? What card do I want after I tap out for Sovereigns? I think I want Mana Leak. Too bad I don't have something to attack with, but what are you going to do? This game's obviously going great. Man, he's stuck on 2 lands still. Annoying. But we still have Jace. Like, he can't possibly win this attrition battle long term. Do I start attacking with Colonnade? It's what, 5 to activate, right? I can Colonnade and leave up Mana Leak by playing Marsh Flats. So I'm putting back what? The Explorer and the Hierarch, because no, third Colonnade. Hierarch's probably better than third Colonnade. That's probably true. All right, Blast Blains. Yeah, I'm pretty sure having Mana Leak mana is better than having a Hierarch in play. Oh, with him at 6, maybe that wasn't true. Apparently, I would have rather had a Hierarch in play. Hilarious. And I failed to find a land. It's all very funny. So what? I just do the same play. I hit him with Hierarch and leave up. I hit him with Colonnade and leave up Mana Leak. Guess. What an awful draw for him. Mutavault's not getting it done. Oh, he needed to do this before I got into combat. Which probably means I misplayed, but what are you going to do? We'll take it. We're getting it anyway. What an awful draw for you. Oh, you have Slaughter Pact? We're not done yet?
You've got me dead next turn, right? I have to stay tapped out, and I have no more Slaughter Packs.
Yeah, so I get you with the other colony.
Right. I mean, the draw didn't look that bad. I had Thought Seizes, I had a Pepper Smoke, I had a Terror, and I'm just like, if I just get some lands, then the rest of my hand comes online.
Sure.
I refuse to draw lands. So no, that's game.
Yeah.
Like Jace hit, and I was like, well, scoop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I almost cast Slaughter Pack earlier when I only had 2 lands.
Just to commit Harry card.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, good game, sir.
Yeah, no, those were good games. Jace the Mind Sculptor was basically single-handedly responsible for both those wins from my seat.
Yeah. No, he hit, and I was just like, nothing I can do.
Yep. Good games.
Yeah.
So Mythic
good games.
Stays undefeated and goes in. The Faeries deck put up a fight. I was definitely scared. You got a game, and it felt like you had game in both the other games. Like this one, right, I mulliganed and you Thought Seized me.
Right. And your hand looked pretty bad. I was like, all right, I just need to draw a little bit of action, a land or two, and everything would be good. But no more lands from my opening hand.
Yeah, I drew Jace before you drew land. That was a good draw for this deck.
Well done.
Good games.